Hello folks, this is Meandering Being here, and welcome to part 1 of a 3-part series. This will be How to Krab. I Last month I joined the DHB Death Hand Brigade Merc unit in MechWarrior Online. I was recruited by Maelstrom, and since then I've been playing a lot with those guys, and quite a few people have asked me about my crabs, because I have all 3 crabs and I rather enjoy them. So I figure I'd post up my build for those folks and for anyone else who's interested. So let's get right to the brass tacks. I don't want to be a windbag like I usually am. Anywho, the build is basically 2 AC-20s, a pair of large lasers, a upgraded engine. I upgraded to a standard 325, and I also upgraded to endo steel structure and double heat sinks. As far as consumables, I don't actually have any modules as of yet, but I do use the consumables, the UAV and artillery strike, which I'll actually have to the refill the artillery strike. I got a bunch of improved artillery strikes and airstrikes over the Christmas break for the stocking stuffer event, so I've been basically just using those up as I need them. So, anywho, let's refill those consumables real fast and get right to the fun stuff. Looks like I still have an artillery to be used. Okay, so oh, I got one more after this. Alright, so anywho, moving on. Hopefully I'll use up that last one instead of trying to purchase a new one, since I don't have the MC for it at the moment. Oh, and before I launch, just wanted to give you a heads up. I have AC-20s do have ghost heat. If you have more than one on your mech, if you fire both at the same time, it will produce a considerable amount of ghost heat, so just be aware of that. Anywho, let's launch this fucker and have some fun. And while we're getting into another match for this tutorial, I would like to say that the modules, in my opinion, are too expensive in this game. The cost for them is just ridiculous. I mean, most of them cost more in some mechs, and I don't think that's especially considering the advantage they give, and the hit you get in not having them. It's pretty. I think it's unfair almost, because obviously premium time users are going to have a much more likelihood of getting modules, just because they have that extra income. And the consumables, is it filled? I'm pretty sure I used an arty strike that last round, but I guess not. Whatever. Oh, I thought I was using the priority airstrike. My bad. That was my own foolishness. 4-second flight time delay. 4-second flight time delay. So the improved artillery strike is actually the same as the priority, the MC cost, which is odd. I guess it's not pay to win; it's pay for convenience. So, but yeah. Anywho, as I was saying, the cost on modules, I think, is just way too high. Again, the amount of grinding you have to do. You know, for one module, that you need 3 to 6 mil. So you're looking at, if you're averaging 100 to 200,000 C-bills per match, you're looking at 30 matches, which I think is just absolutely ridiculous, especially, again, considering how unbalanced it makes the game, because one person kitted out with modules has a huge advantage over 11 people without modules. Now, that being said, this game is by and large skill based, so even if you have a meta mech with all the modules, you're still gonna lose if you suck. So I mean, it does come down to the skill of the pilot, and again, a pilot without a meta mech, like these crabs or locusts or anything like that, and without modules, you could still get kills against people with modules. So it's not enough of an advantage where a player will win every time regardless, but it is enough of an advantage that it does significantly affect gameplay, and in the negative, in my opinion. If in my opinion, almost all lights are going to at least need or find handy radar deprivation, which breaks lock as soon as you leave line of sight. So basically it cuts off LRM and SRM boats having locks on you, which is huge. I mean, granted, light mechs can run behind cover and all that, but you still have 3 seconds, and with a light mech you can cover a hell of a lot of ground in 3 seconds, and still having that lock on, it could mean that you're not in cover. It's just, I don't know, to me it just seems like every light mech should have radar dep, and without it, it's hard. It's really hard to play light mechs without radar dep. Anywho, so moving on. This is the Krab 000. Looks like we're playing Tourmaline Desert, and MGA is taking the reins here, so I can focus more on my tutorial here. Or not tutorial, just my, I don't know what the fuck to call this. Just this is a if you're interested kind of video. So the I've got a little hang up there. Again, as I was saying before, my rear armor on my CT and RT is heavier than the rear armor on my LT, and my front armor on my LT has the highest armor on this mech, short of the CT, because obviously if you get CT'd, you're dead. And with this mech, at least this build, it is in your favor to basically pack things into your right side and use your left side to shield. And I've heard a lot of people say that the crabs get disarmed very easily, and truth be told, the only times I've lost my arms with my crabs is when one of my side torsos has been blown up. I've actually yet to have anyone specifically target an arm and succeed in taking it off. So they're using your weapon door toggle. You can actually use your arms to shield, which is a huge advantage to have, because not only are you using your side torsos to shield, but you're using your people getting greedy and crawling up your ass for a fucking shot. It's just fucking stupid. I'm not gonna waste the AC-20 rounds. Maybe I am. Yeah, and that really hurt him. So you're gonna use your left side to shield. So basically, anytime someone's attacking, I didn't do it in this case just simply because of the nature of the attack. But basically, you're going to lob your rounds downrange and torso twist to the right real fast. and you can optionally use your arms, the weapon door toggles, to shield, and it really increases your survivability. If the torso on the Krab weren't so broad, I would say it's an XL safe assault, which a lot of people would disagree, and I would agree in that respect. And I'm going to drop that already on him. And it should hit right about now. And I didn't get a single hit with that, damn it. If I can get a shot in there, it'll be good. We got a DDC Atlas, it looks like, which is why we can't get locks on these guys. So if I can just alpha his torso off, or we could just find a meta bolt, as I call them. They're going for my leg for some reason, which is unusual to say the least. I'm assuming they think I have a lot of AC-20 ammo in my legs, and if they blow up my leg, that they can score a nice ammo explosion. But they're going to be sorely mistaken in that respect. It's okay if your left torso opens up, it's not the end of the world. You can use that to your advantage. Damn. I love how the guys who were telling people to follow them are complaining that they didn't get orders. That's funny. That's some funny fucking shit there. Viridian Bog. This is a fun map to play with crabs. The many layers, actually, I think, in my opinion, works well with how the crab is set up, because there's lots of cover, you can use it to your advantage, and you know, someone is shooting down at you, they're not necessarily just going to core you out right off the bat. So having, I think the Krab is a good mech for this map. It's also not so ridiculously large that if you get left behind, you're fucked. I have played matches where people left me behind and I got shafted by, you know, 4 or 5 fire starters, and it sucks, but whatever.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Oh, and how I have my group set up on my Krab, I forgot to mention that, is I have both my AC-20s on chain fire in group 1, my large lasers group fire in group 2, and then I have an alpha group just simply because reaching across the keyboard is slower than having my alpha button on my mouse. And I have a 6-button mouse, so it's, you know, handy to have all those firing options right there. So.
Acquired. Artillery strike online.
So we're gonna move in on, it looks like our team's moving in on the right. Hopefully we don't get flanked from behind. Usually the action on this map happens around here, so I think it'll work out. that we don't get flanked, especially if these guys are going to push up so fast. We're already taking the center in the first 2 minutes, so I think we should be good. We don't have to worry about getting flanked from behind or the side.
New target acquired.
And a little pro tip for this map is your heat vision is very handy. As you can see, I saw a guy there without actually seeing him, and it would actually be very hard to see him in regular vision modes. And it looks like ECM Kit Fox, so I'm not going to spend too much time on him. That's small fry. Again, small fry. It's an LRM-5. That's fucking cute. Your missiles mean nothing to me.
Warning, incoming missile.
So I'm going to open up my arms, use them as shields for my torsos. And again, you want to shield, at least with this particular build again. And I just want to point out, I'm not necessarily saying that this is the only way to play Krab. You know, there are many valid builds out there. In fact, I wouldn't say there's any non-valid builds. There are builds you probably shouldn't do. Just simply because the nature of the mech, like if you're running XLs, probably not the brightest of ideas. Let's knock out this timber.
Critical damage.
How the fuck did he manage to core me out like that? It's not like he's rocking twin 20s like I am. Of course, taking some friendly fire. Did I accidentally leg a Nova? Yes, I did. They're starting to push in now, which is good for me because I can catch them by surprise when they come around that corner. What has he got, like a triple? I need to get a lock on that dude. Timber Prime. I can't get any information off him.
Critical damage.
Remember what I said earlier about getting flanked? Making me eat my words. Oh, and now we get a fucking pair of assaults to come up and back us up. Where the fuck were you guys? You're fresh. The fuck were you guys doing this entire match?
Target acquired.
That is bullshit. That guy ate an alpha and didn't even lose a component.
Target destroyed. Light forces.
Then fucking Dyer comes around looking right at me. That round was bullshit. I'm not pleased about that at all. Poor performance on my team, and poor performance on my end, and just generally not a good match. And what the fuck was up with that fucking Kit Fox taking 2 AC-20s and 2 large lasers and living? That's my question. He didn't even lose a fucking component from it.
Reactor online.
I always
Sensors
enjoy a good
online.
cigarette.
Weapons
Yeah.
online. All systems
Alright,
nominal.
let's rock this shit. Alright, assault. I've been getting lots of assaults for the past couple days. I haven't seen a skirmish in a long while. The matchmaker has just been either players or the matchmaker has been heavily favoring assault matches, and even skirmish matches are few and far between. So as it stands, they probably have a lance in the far city right over here by the plateau or plaza, and then one on the other side of the saddle. So if that lance is light, the one that's on the other side of the saddle, we do run the risk of getting wolf packed here, but considering how grouped up we are, I don't think that'll be much of a concern.
Target acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
Firing missiles at me from under the platform. Not exactly smart.
Warning, incoming missile.
No, they are coming from elsewhere.
Warning, incoming missile.
Well, let's go hunt down that fucking LRM mech and fucking give them a couple of alphas.
Target acquired.
Looks like this Timber has the same idea. Oh, don't stop, don't stop. Hey, you just wanted a firing line on those other guys. Now he's gonna jump on my head and do damage. This guy is not the brightest guy in the world. What the fuck are you doing, buddy? Just stand there like wiggling back and forth.
New target acquired.
That's the guy I want to hit right there. Fucking Stormcrow. Oh, I didn't mean to fall. Whatever, I'll just pull up behind him.
Acquired.
I'll head to E3 and pull up behind that LRM boat. Again, the range on those streak SRMs, or just SRMs in general on Mech Climax, is a bit on the ridiculous side. I don't know what I got caught up on. I'm gonna head to this E3 ramp and come up behind their LRM boat that they got up here, if he's still there. And looks like we got a Treb who's got the same idea. I'm guessing a SRM Treb, considering... no, that didn't look to be the case. Oh, god damn it. Don't back up, don't back up. Keep pushing. Push, 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 push. Push! Push!
Target acquired. New target acquired.
He's gonna puss out. God damn it. I can't put my damage on them if you're blocking the way, dude. Sometimes you just gotta take a hit. And come up and work that other side.
New target acquired.
Limbs? We got limbs falling off at us. My team's really not being as aggressive as they should be. Did I see a Goss on a trebuchet? Again, you see how everyone keeps stalling up on those ramps. If you're going to commit to a ramp, any type of bottleneck, it is advantageous to keep pushing as opposed to funneling up on the actual ramp. It's the easiest way to get yourself killed. Granted, a push does kind of require your team's support, but if you know someone's behind you, keep pushing, and they should come up behind you.
Target destroyed.
They should. Doesn't necessarily mean they will.
Target acquired.
Right between his legs. We got guys on the right there, taking the high ground. Oh, cool. Atlas wants to be a meat shield. I'll do that. I'll take that. And Stalker is still alive. I don't care.
Destroyed.
Now I care.
New target acquired.
He's gonna think of twice about poking. Oh, wow. No, he's not. Not the smartest guy on the map.
Target destroyed.
Alright, push forward. Deck. Okay. C4 ECM splitter. Got it.
Target acquired. Base is being captured.
One of them's DC, so it's just the spider that's left, and he's over on base. So let's just go
Base is
assault.
being captured. Base is being captured.
Oh, I didn't even. Wow, I thought we were started on the other side. He's on base, idiot.
Base is being captured. Base 25% captured.
Okay, he moved off base, but I could see his third-person drone, so.
UAV activated.
and we win. Alright folks, that'll be all for part 1 of How to Krab. This was my King Krab 000, and I hope you enjoyed the show and learned a few things. And like I said before, this is not a only way to play Krabs. There are plenty of ways you can play a Krab. One of the core mates has an LRM Krab that he says is exceedingly successful. I wouldn't know because I haven't tried LRMs on him yet. But hey, that's just me. Anywho, this is Mia Dostoevsky signing out. Das Vidania, stay locked and loaded.